Welcome back to Diana's Magical Mermaid Tarot. My beautiful sirens, mermaids, mermen, you name it. Thank you for coming back. Today we can be answering the question, how your haters are feeling self-doubt when it comes to you. Okay, how are your haters or your hater or haters feeling self-doubt? You may have a particular person in mind. And so this is an in-depth reading as to how they are feeling self-doubt. Now I have pulled quite a few cards, so it may get a bit, we're going to get a lot of confirmation in the cards is what's going to probably end up happening. But this is creating an opportunity to let all the truth come forward, okay, as to how your hater or haters are feeling self-doubt when it comes to you, okay, at this time. You may have a particular person in mind, or it could just be a reading about your haters in general as well, okay, and you will know who we're talking about based on the kind of energies that are coming up as the reading progresses. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Diana, Psychic Intuitive. If you are here watching this reading, then this reading is for you. This is a reading targeted at my viewers, those who choose to come here. If your zodiac signs are here, if your zodiac sign is listed here on the left, then this is your reading as well, okay? Let us begin this reading right away. We have Anchor. Okay. So it looks like things are proving to be very stable for you. Okay. This is what your hater is realizing, is that you are on stable ground. Okay. You have stability in your life. You have landed, you know. So this is what is popping up when it comes to how your hater is feeling self-doubt. We're going to get more information as we go along. Okay. We have discovering paternity. Finding out you're the parent or not, coming out of nowhere, blindsided, exposing the truth. So something about the truth, okay? The truth. You could be dealing with a paternity case, and maybe people are realizing that you're grounded in the truth. I feel like your hater is feeling self-doubt when it comes to their lies that they try to tell about the paternity of your children, or maternity, well, specifically paternity of your children. Or some type of truth that they maybe doubted or spread rumors or gossip about. Okay. We have sadness. Yeah. They are sad right now because something they tried to deny about you, which was the truth, is coming to light. Okay. The truth about you is as strong as DNA. Okay. So this could be also symbolic. There's some type of truth about you that your haters, your hater or your haters, are feeling like, oh my gosh, I try to sow seeds of doubt about this truth about viewer. Okay, I try to deny it. I try to make people doubt viewer. So they're feeling sad about this because the truth is coming out. Okay, we have sugarcoat. The coating is sweet. The payload is control. You are sick, and they sold you the disease as a cure. Look, we're getting more medical talk here. Interesting. We have teapot. Oh, we got some gossip here. So I feel like this person, your hater or haters, they try to spread gossip about you. That you were sugarcoating things. You weren't telling the truth. It wasn't actually true that you were who the father of your child was, or you weren't actually telling the truth when it came to your health, or that you weren't actually telling the truth about something health related, medical related, or paternity related, something to do with your DNA, your health status, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Okay, this could be a friend of yours, someone who used to be a friend of yours, possibly, someone who's just of the same gender as you, or not, but we're just getting confirmations as we go along. And next we have intimacy. Yeah. So I feel like here's some way that your haters are feeling self-doubt. They're feeling self-doubt about if you have a relationship, they're feeling self-doubt about what they thought of your relationship or what they said about your relationship. I feel like they try to tell people that your relationship was a fake, a scam, not genuine, not real, not deep, not loving, or that the children you had for your man, or the children between you and your woman, were not actual product of the union. Okay, and they're now starting to doubt it because they've seen evidence that you and your mate are genuinely into each other. You're genuinely into each other. And they feel sad about lying about this. Perhaps they themselves just doubted it. But I'm getting that they also spread gossip about it. Saying, oh, no, that's not really so-and-so's child. You know, we don't really know whose child that is. Or, you know, they're just pretending. It's not a real relationship. They're not really feeling each other. And the gossip that they spread about you, they're realizing was wrong. Because you truly are in love with each other. Now, if you're not in a relationship, what I'm getting is that they must have said something about your health, tried to spread some bad gossip about your health, your DNA, your health status. Or they may have tried to say that you're not really the child of your parent. Or they may have tried to say, or they may have just doubted it. Yeah, no, they said it. They speculated with others, okay, about your health status, okay, or where your roots really came from, okay. They're realizing that you are the true seed, okay, or that your child is a true seed, or that you are the real deal when it comes to either a relationship you're having or your career, possibly. They try to say that you are sugarcoating the truth about your life in some manner, and they're realizing that that was wrong. They're feeling sad because they're realizing that you really do have it that well. Things really are good for you. Your health really is good. Your career really is solid. Your children really are your man's or your woman's children, or y'all's children together. Or your relationship really is rock solid and stable. It really is. So they're feeling sad about the fact that you really do belong. You really are affiliated. Your children really are affiliated. This is destroying them. This is hurting them. Okay? Let me adjust the camera. Wow. So what I'm getting then is that they've seen how much love your mate pours on you. They've seen how genuine your life is. Okay? There's a genuineness to your life that they doubted, that they gossiped about and tried to stain your reputation, or maybe with a particular person or with several people. And I feel like the reason they did this is because they have sadness in their lives. Okay? Your hater or haters have sadness in their life surrounding their health and surrounding their relationship as well. They feel like it's bittersweet, or that they're lonely, or they don't have someone, and you do. And that's why they try to talk dirt about your relationship. If you're not in a relationship, I feel like this person, I don't want to say they were wishing you ill, but they just didn't want to believe that it was that good for you. That your life really was that good. They didn't want to believe that. Okay? And that is one way that they are doubting themselves right now. They're realizing that, you know, that their doubt of you was actually jealousy. Okay? They're jealous of what you have, your good health, your children that are legitimate, or your good relationship, or your stability in life. Okay? You're feeling anchored in life. Okay? When it comes to your career, something major or important like that. Okay? Let's take a look at your next message. We have natural disaster, retribution, judgment, reckoning, balance, correction, consequence. Wow, look at that house being torn up by a tornado. My goodness. Correction, consequence, payback, vindication. Exactly. So they were harboring certain thoughts about you. Oh my gosh. Big thoughts too. Big thoughts, big opinions. They were completely and totally wrong. And in one fell swoop, something happened to discombobulate their perspective. I'm also getting like they may have received some type of payback for what they try to do against you. Okay? Let's get more information. Avoidance. Dissociation. Pretend something doesn't exist. You may have been avoiding this person. Okay? This is what's making them feel self-doubt. Is they're realizing that, you know, you're avoiding them for a reason. Okay? We're going to get more information. You're avoiding them, and it's making them feel bad. Okay? It's interesting. Haters, they want you to be present for their hating, right? So weird. And you're not being present for it is making them doubt themselves. You're not being present in their lives. Your disconnection from them is making them feel like their ego is being destroyed. Okay? And they also feel like if they did something wrong to you, you dissociating from them is the payback for that. Let's get more information. We have stairs. Yeah, I'm getting that they feel that you've moved on and that all is well with you. Okay? All is well with you. Next we have ashes. You seen this? We got ashes here, things being destroyed, and the wreckage of things being destroyed, plus that back there as well being destroyed by a tornado, natural disasters. Maybe you dealt with they dealt with some type of natural disaster. They dealt with some type of natural disaster. Their home was wrecked, or something very important to them was wrecked, and they link something being destroyed with you, or distancing yourself from them with you. Okay, it's making them feel self-doubt. They're realizing that whatever they did to hurt you, okay, or did to push you away, the moment you decided you were done with them and keeping your distance from them, it's left a wreckage in their lives that's causing them to feel self-doubt. Next we have lion. Time to act. Okay, yeah, your boldness, your assertiveness, your confidence, okay, is making them feel self-doubt. When you decided, all right, I'm getting up on out of here, I don't want anything more to do with this, I don't understand why hater is acting like this, but I'm removing myself from the situation, I'm backing off. And this confidence with which you got up and moved, instead of sticking around after they had hurt you, or you humoring them, or being patient with the situation and all this, you just say, I gotta get out of here, I gotta move on somewhere better, get away from this wreckage that they call their lives, or this disaster they call a situation, okay, or the old workplace, or old family home, or whatever, okay, or a group of friends, a circle of friends. You got up and with total confidence walked away from the drama and the disaster and the ashes that your hater or haters was trying to spew, okay, was trying to bring about, or did effectively bring about, okay, by hurting you, okay, or saying something destructive. Or saying something or doing something off-putting towards you. When you left, they started comparing the kind of life you're living with the kind of life they're living, realizing that they were the problem. This is where they're feeling self-doubt. Where you live is blue skies, right? Trees, good homes, happy homes, maybe even in an apartment. But you know what? It's in a beautiful place and there's peace. Here we see a house, sure, but it's being wrecked with drama, with fights, lies, something they held dear, okay, maybe a family home is being or family lifestyle is being disrupted, and this is making them feel self-doubt because they link it to you getting up on out of there, being assertive, being confidently leaving, elevating yourself into better circumstances, perhaps leaving them behind in a circumstance that was crappy. We got travel, exactly. Some of y'all, I feel like you may have vacated, or like just left this person behind, or maybe you went on vacation, and you didn't even bother talking to them about it. You just said, you know what, I need to go somewhere else. I need to relocate. So you may have gone on a trip, you may have relocated, you may have moved to another part of the world, you may have quit your job, or stopped hanging out with certain groups of people, abandoned a certain part of the world or group of friends or a family setting or something, and you just left, and they are feeling self-doubt over this. Okay, you're making them feel self-doubt because you are now avoiding them, because they cause disaster, they cause stress, they cause drama, and you're over it. You just realize that they decide, it's like the way they were acting helped you decide that they eliminated themselves from your life. They eliminated themselves from your life, okay? They helped you make that decision. Wow. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and take a look then at how else your hater or haters are feeling self-doubt. I think they're starting to realize that they're the troublemakers, not you. You avoiding them means that they were the ones causing trouble. This is why they're feeling self-doubt. I feel like they may have tried to put this blame on you, try to make it seem like you were the problem, but they're realizing that they were the problem because they were jealous, and they were the ones that were the homewrecker. They were the ones that were trying to destabilize other people like you. Okay, let's move on to your next column here, my beautiful viewer. We have clown shit. Not my circus, not my monkeys, but I know the clowns. Oh my gosh. Wow. It's like when you got up and you separated yourself from this person or these people, it became very clear to them. This was very good move on your part. Very good move. Because it become very clear to your haters, this separation, getting up on out of there, or creating a separation between you and them somehow. By relocating, or not paying them any mind, or, I'm just getting like a move away from this person, okay? Or just leaving them behind in some type of way, not bothering with them, okay? Is making them realize that they're the clown. And you're not the clown because you're not going to be participating in their shenanigans. They're the ones who are laying those eggs and making that bed, and so they will be laying in it. Okay? Yeah, exactly. They're feeling like clowns. They're feeling like, oh, we're the ones being weird. We're the ones acting immature. We're the ones acting like kids in drama and stupid stuff. Okay? We have mechanical. So you're making them feel like clowns. Mechanical. Thinking logically and without emotion. Right. They see you being very clear-minded, operating with clarity. I don't care if you got upset. I don't care if you showed disapproval. I don't care what your story was exactly. But they feel that compared to them, you are the one who is thinking logically. You are the one who has stopped feeling for them because of the way they acted like a clown or acted like clowns. I'm getting maybe a group of people involved here, okay, who have a certain set of values that make them seem very unsophisticated compared to you, viewer. Okay, very unsophisticated. Okay, next we have the mother-in-law. Yeah, so for some of y'all, this is your mother-in-law. You have become very cold towards this mother-in-law figure, or maybe even a mother figure or an elderly person. It doesn't have to be an elderly person or a mother figure or a mother-in-law figure. It could be someone who's just simply older than you. So someone who's supposed to act respectably, but they don't. And you have distanced yourself from this person, and it's making them feel like they acted like a clown. They acted in an unsophisticated, trashy, ghetto manner. Okay? You're making them feel this way. We have echo chamber, exactly. Now it says you curated the voices that agree with you. Now you're alone in a room shouting with yourself. So this mother-in-law figure or person that you are dealing with, or elderly person, or just someone maybe more mature than you, or it could be a woman, it could be a friend, just as it fits, okay? Apply to your situation as it fits. Is realizing that you have detached yourself because they only want to hear from certain voices. They don't want to hear from, they don't want the truth. They don't want a balanced vision of the world. They want just only what works for them. Only what suits their perspective, what suits their point of view. Okay? And they're realizing now all they hear around them now is their perspective. All they hear around them these days is, what they think. And they're starting to realize that that's a problem. They're starting to realize that if you surround yourself with people who are only saying what you want, and the person who's saying something different is not quiet, then you're not as solid. You're not as well supported. You're not operating in truth. Your situation is not balanced. You may be missing something, and missing something big. Wow. We have egg. Since success assured with good plans and hard work. Yeah. You're making your hater or haters feel self-doubt because they're realizing that you are careful. You're a careful person. Okay, you operate with cautiousness. You're not foolhardy. You're not just running your mouth. You're not just, you take all the information, okay, and it helps you make good decisions. Okay? And that your situation is going well and your things are well taken care of. And an egg can be trusted around you because you are very careful and a very, very trusted person. Okay, your opinion can be trusted to keep an egg safe. Okay, that's symbolic, and that's because you open your mind to all the truths, and you are discerning. You don't just say, no, I don't want to hear anybody that doesn't agree with me. I don't want to hear them. I only want to listen to that which only what I want that agrees with me, and that's it. Whether it's on Facebook, whether it's people who share your religious beliefs, or who share your political beliefs, or who share, they feel that they now understand what you've made them see that they only like to be around people who think like them, and that is a flaw. That makes them unsafe. That makes them dangerous. Okay. Next we have assistance. Okay. You make them feel self-doubt because you have grown distant towards them. Okay. Even though you did not agree, you brought carefulness to them. You brought cautiousness. You brought help to them. You were helpful. And this emotional distance is making them feel self-doubt because they're realizing that they're missing out on your perspective, which is a careful one. Okay? It's a careful one. Things are safe around you. Things are kept whole around you. And they also feel like with this emotional distance has come you removing help. You removing assistance. Okay? This is how you're making them feel self-doubt. If they're an elderly person, you used to be around to sort of help them get around, maybe physically. Okay? You used to treat them like an egg. You used to be very gentle with them. And because of the way they acted and what they're doing, they're realizing that it pushed you away, and they're realizing they could have used your perspective. Your perspective has value. Your perspective is cautious, careful. It keeps things safe. Maybe a young person or pregnancy. Okay? Interesting. Very interesting message. All right, let's move on to your next column. How is your hater or haters feeling self-doubt? We have divine masculine. Okay? Some of you may have found a man in your life who is treating you very well. Okay? Or perhaps you are that divine masculine. Okay? You are proving yourself to be this person, or having this person in your life, or perhaps the divine masculine within you, right? Because we have both masculine and feminine energies within us, is on point. There's life in you. Okay, we got the Ankh there. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at your next card here on this column. We got fade away. Problems will be behind you. They will disappear out of your life. Time to heal, moving on. I'm getting like definitely distancing yourself, backing up, backing away. I feel like you have faded out of this person's life. You faded out. Okay? Perhaps you faded away from your hater or hater's life and have found a divine masculine. And this is making them doubt themselves. This could be the case of an ex. This could be in the case of a son-in-law of theirs, your hater's son-in-law, perhaps your man. This could be in the case of an ex, someone you were dating previously who had become a hater of yours. You faded out of this person's life because you need time to heal. You moved on, and in so doing, you found the next person in your life, your next partner, and they're treating you exceptionally well. They're breathing life into you, not draining you, not sabotaging you, not abusing you. Okay, and not bringing toxic energies your way. This is a man who is mature, who has done shadow work, who wants to be a force of life in this world. Okay? All right, let's take a look. We have restrooms, right? Exactly. You just need rest. You've been getting your rest. Okay? You have been getting your rest. And I feel like you may be dealing with someone who you take a lot of breaks from. You tend to get up and excuse yourself and leave a lot. Okay? And it's making them feel doubt about themselves. Maybe you tend to say, I'm going to go take a break. I'll be right back. And you go into the bathroom to get on your phone and just, doom scroll, chat with your friends, do other things to get space away from someone. Maybe you found someone else. Okay, let's get more information. We have the leak. Interesting. Leak. Taking a leak in the restroom. The cards are funny that way sometimes. The problem isn't the drip. Ooh. It's the rot growing in the dark. Paid for with your peace of mind. So I feel like you've backed away from someone who has a case of soul rot going on. Okay? A toxic person. And you're creating self-doubt in this person because, you're backing away is letting them see that there's something deeply wrong with the way they're expressing their energy. Okay? And that, to be with them and to be near them is a soul draining situation. It's a soul draining force. It's toxic and it's not good for the spirit, and it's not good for your peace of mind. This person is starting to realize that they are not good. Your hater or haters, they're not good for your peace of mind, and you have to go away somewhere to feel good and rest in this brightly lit, beautiful, clean bathroom space, away from the rot, the leaky ceilings, the negativity, the ignorance. You need peace of mind away from that type of energy. This is making them feel self-doubt about where they're at in their lives, making them realize that they're living in the dark. They're living in the dark ages. They have some growing up to do. They have some soul work to do. They have some shadow work to do. We have older man. The subject of a man is coming up again. This could have to do with an ex, a man, a father figure. That's possible. Okay? They're realizing that you have taken time away, gone to go be by yourself to recharge and grow and heal and thrive, because it's not going to be happening around them. Perhaps you went off and left a toxic father figure behind, okay, or parental figure, or an ex-boss, and you found a new work situation that has a masculine in it who is centered, balanced, secure, doing the right things, and this is making them question themselves, making them see themselves and their situation for what it is. We have abundance. Beautiful. Yeah, they're seeing that your life is abundant now, that you have a lot of what you need is currently in your life, and it could only happen for you when you backed up and left them behind, or taking breaks from them. Taking breaks from them is allowing you to thrive, is allowing abundance to have a stronghold in your life. Okay, allowing you to get a lot of what it is, the healthy things that you need. So they're realizing, here's the self-doubt you're giving your hater or haters, is that they're not a healthy person to be around. They are toxic. They're starting to feel that they are a toxic personality. That you choose certain people over them because you thrive around these people, because they give you, the vegetables, the organic fruits, whatever, okay, the produce of the earth is better for you, and it's coming from other sources, not them. What they've got is rot. What they've got is ignorance. What they've got is, they've got things that are not good, and you need to get away from it. And you're taking breaks away from this person, and they're realizing these breaks are happening because they infect the soul. They're toxic. They drain the soul. They're toxic to your soul. They are bleeding ignorance. They are not life. They are not life. They're the opposite of life. And you've gone and found life in someone else, or you found it in yourself, and you're cultivating it away from them. Life here, life in the ankh, life in these vegetables, fresh vegetables. We have light in this bathroom. It's clear and clean, away from their toxicity and ignorance. You're making them feel toxic. You're making them feel ignorant. You're making them feel stuck in the dark ages. All right, let's take a look at your next column, next message. How are you making your hater or your haters feel self-doubt? We got how are your hater or haters feeling self-doubt when it comes to you? We have boomerang karma. Wow, they've had some type of consequence. They've had some type of consequence for the way they mishandled you. It feels like they dished out a certain type of treatment towards you, and they're now getting it back in troves. It could be like they dished it out to you, and it's now coming back at them from a bunch of different people, from different, like they're getting it a lot. Okay, they sent you a doozy, they're getting lots of doozies. Lots of doozies. We'll get more information. The energy they sent out to you is quickly returning to them. Okay? But that's why it's so important to emit positive energy into the universe and positive vibes. Okay? And I'm not talking toxic positivity. I'm saying emitting positive energy is an absolute necessity that needs to be prioritized. And they didn't have this value system going, maybe, your hater or haters, when it came to you. We see giving it all you got One last big try, maximum effort, energy toward a goal, not holding anything back. They're realizing that it's like they try to bring you down, bring your morale down, but all it did was make you better. All it did was turn you into a freaking superhero. They try to, ding you. They try to damage your self-esteem. They try to make you, hold you back. They try to make you feel like you weren't that good. They try to, trip you up. They try to bring your morale down, make you feel wrong. But all it did was make you give life and whatever it is you're doing, all you've got. And you are winning. You're winning. This is how they're feeling self-doubt. They're realizing, oh my gosh, what did I do? Because they know what they did. They know what they did. They know that what they were doing was attacking you, trying to bring you down with their negativity, their negative vibes, their negative energy. But instead, you are winning. Instead, you are catching, you're preventing their negative energy from penetrating your soul. Okay? All right? You're scoring on them. Okay? When the goalkeeper catches the ball, they've prevented a score from the other team. They sent you a diss, they sent you some attacks, and you're like, no way, Jose, not here. Not in my goalpost. And this is making them feel self-doubt, is that their insults are not landing. Their attacks are not going in and doing the true internal damage they wanted it to do. In fact, you're doing better than ever. In fact, you've leveled up. In fact, you've become a super duper level goalkeeper. Okay, we have mountains. Oops, sorry. That was the wrong card. We have landmine. Wow. Oh, I was right. I'm sorry. Mountain. They're realizing that you're a mountain. They're realizing that you can't be easily knocked over. You're very, very powerful, viewer. Very. Nothing can shake you. Nothing can move you. You are a feature of the land. Can't be pushed around and shoved around like they think. This is what's making them feel self-doubt. They're realizing that they're incapable of taking you down. So you're making them feel powerless, and you're humbling them. You're letting them know, oh no, that I'm not going to allow you to get in and score on me. You're not going to be landing your score on me. No. We got landmine. You're making them realize that they need to be careful. The battlefield was years ago. Something happened years ago, right? Or months ago. This is symbolic energy. It happened in the past. You lost, right? They lost. Now they're just living the minefield of your own memory. Viewer, listen, this person, they're still revisiting some of these thoughts. Don't let them fool you. They may act like, no, I don't remember. They remember, and a wreckage was left behind from when they tried to attack you and keep attacking you. And you kept saying, nope, no, you don't. Stop. I'm back it up. No, you're not scoring. I'm going to point it out. I'm going to prevent it. I'm going to not allow you to trip me up. I'm a mountain. That's what you are, viewer. And they're realizing that they need to been a lot more careful with you than they were. Something blew up in their face. They were coming at you with these attacks. I'm telling you, like, whether you know it or not. And it ended up blowing up in their face while you were safe. You were saved. It was their attacks were prevented. Okay? And it returned to them. I'm getting return to sender type of energy. We have dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. So what it is now they're realizing that whatever they did to hurt you actually propelled you. Whatever they tried to do to hurt you and take you down actually propelled you. Perhaps financially for some of y'all. But I'm also getting, like, when it comes to your disposition, you are happier now. Okay? Because they got caught. It got proven that you're not movable. You're not some fly-by-night. You're solid. You're real. And you're happy now. The gain you have received that's making them feel self-doubt also is that, oh my gosh, I tried to attack viewer, but look how viewer is thriving. Jumping in the air, catching balls, jumping out of the ocean. I'm getting this leap of joy, leap of activity, leap of can-doism. Okay? And they're realizing that they were wrong. They were wrong. Okay? Alright, let's move on to your next card. We have powerful voice. Yes. You're making, maybe I said this leap of can-doism, leap of energy. They're realizing that they're not going to be able to shut you up. Your hater or haters is realizing that they cannot shut you up. They can't. You are full of raw power. Okay, we got the mountain, we got the powerful voice. They're doubting themselves. They're realizing they're not strong like you. They're not powerful like you. They try to attack a freaking mountain, for God's sakes. They're realizing that they didn't understand what they were dealing with in you. That you speak up. You block them. You return negative energy. While keeping your joy, keeping your power, keeping your strength, leaving them doubting where they step. Leaving them doubting that, oh my gosh, if, you're making them gun shy. You're making them attack shy. They're realizing if I try to attack viewer, ooh, something bad might happen. Oh my gosh. So you've made them scared of you, scared of the consequences of trying to attack you. Okay, consequence meaning they're going to get a taste of their own medicine back. They're going to get a taste of their own medicine back. They're not going to be successful with that attack landing. Okay, it's not going to land. Okay, the consequence of feeling like they need to watch where they step, like they're walking on eggshells. And in reality, they're not walking on eggshells. It's just that they're looking to attack. So when you're looking to attack someone, like my viewer, okay, and it has not worked out in the past for you, that's your mentality. That's the mentality of your haters. They're looking for ways to attack you. Of course they're going to be walking on eggshells. Because there's no way attacks are going to land. So stop trying to attack and just be nice. Be good. Be a good freaking person. So this is where they struggle. And the doubt they have now is that they're realizing that you're not easy to attack. You're not easy to take down. That you stand strong. That you're powerful. That you're immovable. That you're capable. That you're a blocker. And that you send negative energy back. Don't mess with my viewer. Basically, this is where they're feeling doubts. Okay, you're not easy to attack. Okay, so let's move into your next piece of energy here. Next column, next message. We have twin flames. Oh my gosh. United in purpose, their love transcends. So again, I'm getting that, I got that, like there's something to do with your relationship. You may be in a relationship. It's possible that someone was doubting your relationship. They're realizing now that your relationship is powerful, it's potent. You're meant to be together. That you're here to do something. That even if it didn't seem perfect, there is an inexplicable link between the two of you. Cannot be broken. Not by them. Not by them. Not by your hater. Maybe between you and someone else, or between you and a career, or between you and a situation, or between you and a group. You cannot be, you're not liable to be tampered with and disconnected. Okay, this is something that they're feeling self-doubt about. Okay, also they may see that you're in a really good relationship and realizing they don't have that type of relationship. That's not the type of relationship they ended up with. They're feeling self-doubt over that. It could be that this person, your hater, may be someone you used to date. Take it as it resonates, of course. Alright, let's move on. We got on top, winning, victorious. Yeah, they're feeling self-doubt because your relationship with your mate, or your relationship with yourself, or your relationship with someone you do business with, or some place where you do business, or something, some type of collaboration, is a victorious one. Twin flame does suggest some tests, some growth patterns involved, okay, some trials, but being victorious in it. They're starting to doubt themselves because they're realizing that your relationship with yourself or someone else that they're thinking about is victorious. It's not a broken one. It's not a weak connection, okay? We have lemon. Wow. Yes. Remember I said something about, twin flames. It's not like it's perfect, but you're working it. If life gave you lemons, you're making the best damn lemonade out of it. They've tasted this lemonade and thought, this, God, they're like, damn it. The lemonade the viewer made is absolutely delicious. I thought they were stuck with lemons and they were snickering thinking, oh yeah, if you ended up with a lemon, yeah, life's gonna be tough. They're gonna learn today. And they're the ones who are learning that this is what you do with lemons. What you did with lemons is what's supposed to be done with lemons. This is where they're feeling self-doubt about themselves, okay? Also feeling like them seeing your success is making them feel like they ended up with a lemon. Them seeing your relationship or how things are working out for you, how victorious things are being, is making them feel like they ended up with lemons in their life. Wow. Next we have the noose. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They feel like they want to end it. Y'all. They call it love. It was a leash disguised as jewelry, measuring your range in smiles. They're not happy in their relationship. So this is for some of y'all. If you have a relationship in your life, okay, and they have one too, your hater, they're comparing it to yours, finding that yours is outshining theirs, and they're feeling like when they compare it, they're realizing that they got trapped into a relationship they didn't like, that makes them feel like they're being strangled. They're not free in their relationship. They feel, or the terms that they're living under with their relationship is not, it's depressing. It makes them feel suicidal. Wow. This is where they're feeling self-doubt. They look at y'all and think, wow, there's jewelry of nobility and status and, accomplishment dripping. That's your drip, right? Is the jewelry of nobility, status, and accomplishment. But for them, it's the jewelry of slavery. It's the jewelry of limitation. It's the jewelry of, martyrdom of the bad kind, where they sacrifice who they were to get something that they're not happy with. Okay, or they may be in a very restrictive, controlling relationship where they dare not stand strong and proud next to their mate. It doesn't work that way for them. Okay, this is where you're making them feel self-doubt. If it's a relationship with themselves, with you, and you're not in a relationship, they're realizing that you have pride in yourself. You stand tall, you stand strong, you have victories, and they feel like they've ended up with lemons in their life and they feel like ending it. I'm so sorry, that's what I'm seeing. They're feeling self-doubt. When they look in the mirror, they're like, I feel like they feel like they're pretty. Society thinks that, they have that stereotypical look that everyone's like, of course that person's happy. They're in the upper echelons. They're respected everywhere they go. Yeah, sure. But in reality, they are confined. In reality, they feel depressed. They are not happy with their position in life. They're realizing that with you, even though you may not have the optimal look, maybe, or maybe you don't have that optimal status, maybe you're single and they're married and they're feeling like they want to off themselves, okay? Whereas you're free. You're free to be with whoever you want, okay? Whoever you choose, who respects your power. And also getting like, you make them feel miserable. Watching you succeed and thrive is making them miserable. Okay, your success is making them doubt themselves. We have tree, affairs of your family. This could be a family member you're dealing with. Okay, this could be a family situation. Okay, they feel like the family situation they've ended up with is depressing. Where they can see yours is going to be victorious. Yours is going to be truly happy. Next we have strength. Wow. Here's what it is, okay? Your hater or haters feel that you're very empowered in your life. That you have so much raw power. You may be very athletic, in great shape, and they're feeling self-doubt over this, okay? They feel that in your life you get to stand tall, you get to stand strong. In their life they feel limited, they feel small. They feel kept back, held back, constrained, restrained, made to feel small. In your life, things are booming. I'm seeing you standing tall and strong. And this is making them feel self-doubt about their situation. It's basically, comparison is the thief of joy. And I don't recommend it. Don't compare yourself to anyone else, right? That is not the thing to do. If you do, and you think, well, I'm supposed to be like person XYZ, but why isn't my situation turning out like that? Wrong. They're in a different situation. They're doing something different. They're on a different timeline. You cannot compare. Also, they may be putting up a certain front, right? They may be putting up a certain front. You're thinking it's great for them. The grass is greener on the other side. When in reality, maybe you're doing better than them, but you're just more humble about it. Okay? So what they've done here, your hater or haters, is compare themselves, either their love situation to yours, or compare your energy in the way you do your life to theirs. Feeling like the opportunities you've gotten have made you powerful, and the opportunities they've gotten have made them feel like they were ripped off, scammed, and make them want to end it. It makes them feel restrained. They feel like they got into a contract or signed away their life or signed away their contract, and it kept them small, and they can't grow like you're growing. Okay, perhaps they got married and you didn't, and they're feeling like that's it for me. And they see you living your life your best life and you're single, and they're like, why did I think that viewer was somehow worse off for being single? That's just one story coming through. If you're in a relationship, they're comparing their relationship to yours. Okay, this hater or haters, or maybe they're feeling single, and you're the one. Just take it, apply it as it fits. Maybe you're in a beautiful relationship. It's had its trials, sure. Which relationship hasn't, right? But is standing strong, and they're feeling like they don't have one, and it's making them feel. They look in the mirror, going, "What's wrong with me? Is something wrong with me?" This is how you're making them feel self-doubt. How come I can't, find someone to build and and create a legacy with? Why can't I find someone to make a family with? Why can't, like viewer is, or why can't I stand strong and tall in my own life like viewer is? What is wrong with me? When I look in the mirror, I'm not satisfied. I have all the trappings that should make me a success. How come I don't feel successful like I feel like viewer is? This is how you're making them feel self-doubt. Let's take a look at the last column. We have failed jar spells, angelic assistance. Okay. This person, some of you guys may be dealing with someone who's tried magic against you, like negative magic, yeah, or they may have just thought negative thoughts about you, wishing that something bad would happen to you, and you're making them feel self-doubt because their spells didn't work. Their spells didn't work. You're making them feel self-doubt because you had angelic protection. You're also making them feel self-doubt because they asked for help and didn't receive it. Okay, they're realizing things are going well for you. They're needing assistance. And they're not getting that assistance. Okay, that's what. There's many messages coming through there. Let's take a look at the next one. We have spark of creativity, sudden burst of inspiration, fresh idea, new possibilities, innovative. Wow. I feel like this person, they've been trying to get something going in their lives. Your hater or your haters, they've been trying to get things going in their life. Looking for success, they're trying to get something off the ground, but it's not working. Okay, it says here failed jar. It's not working. So it could be that maybe it's not a spell against you. Maybe there's something they're trying to make work. It's not working. But when they turn and look at you, there's a spark of creativity in your life, right? Lots of possibilities. They see how innovative you are. You're trying this, you're trying that, and it's shining, it's glowing, whatever it is you're doing. You have ingenuity, okay? You're coming up with all kinds of ideas, all kinds of things you're doing. And it's like, why do I not have the same type of creativity? That's what they're thinking. Your hater or haters is having self-doubt because of your creativity and your ability to get lots of good things going in your life. Or get something off the ground. We have salad. Ooh, that looks delicious. I love a good salad. So in a good salad, you're getting lots of antioxidants, fiber, wonderful flavor, right? Bursting with beautiful organic vegetables. That flavor that we all know a good salad can bring. If you're into vegetables, okay, I am. I love salads. But what I'm getting is that you make your haters feel self-doubt because of how creative you are in the kitchen. Okay, you make your haters feel self-doubt when it comes to the way you eat, your dietary choices. Okay. They see that you're very creative in how you keep vegetables going in your life. You make your vegetables pop. They're delicious. They're tasty. You make vegetables that people want to eat. Okay, a lot of people don't like vegetables. I'll be honest. I feel like they just don't like it. I think it's too plain, or like it just doesn't taste right, or it's too bitter or something, or just vegetables in general. And maybe you have chosen a vegan route, or maybe you're a vegetarian. That's just a message for a few of you. Or you have a very vegetable heavy diet. And you're making your hater feel self-doubt because there's been things they've tried to do when it comes to their health, and it feels like it's not working. Okay, maybe they've tried to lose weight, and it's not working out for them, and they're seeing that there's a way you eat, and it's working out for you. Okay, your dietary choices is making them feel self-doubt. Also getting that you're making certain healthy life choices that it's not drudgery for you. Okay, your healthy life choices are not like, all right, the time for me to go ahead and get that wheatgrass shake down my throat. Oof, or time for me to get that whatever black seed oil, or black seed oil. I'm sorry, guys, it's nasty. It tastes nasty to me anyway. But it's very good for the body, right? It's a cancer preventative. It helps heal the body. It's amazing. Okay, go look up black seed oil as a supplement. But going the natural route And you have ways of making the things that are good for you palatable. Okay? You found a way to keep good things coming into your life, keeping them palatable, heck, even delicious. And they feel self-doubt because they struggle when it comes to this. They struggle with making healthy things taste absolutely delicious. They struggle with it. We have parasite. Okay. I feel like this person may be dealing with some type of health issue, your hater or your haters. They didn't take your light. They convinced you it was your duty to hold a lamp for them forever. Yeah. So your hater or your haters are feeling self-doubt, viewer, my beautiful viewer, because you realize that it's like they're feeding off your energy. They're feeding off your light. They're feeding off your light. Okay. Because they're not good at cultivating positive energies for themselves or around them. And they were counting on you, even though they hurt you. They try to hurt you. Okay. Or they hurt you. They wanted to keep you around and be getting that good energy in exchange anyway. And they effed around and found out that you know that you don't have to stick around giving them the good stuff. You don't have to. That's not your job. That's not your calling. Doesn't matter what position you took in their life before or whatever, that you get to determine who you give your good energy to. They really thought, they could treat you however. And then the good energy they were getting out of you, they were taking it for granted. They wanted it to stick around. They wanted to benefit from it. But they didn't necessarily want to be a good source of energy for you. But they wanted you to be a good source of energy for them. Okay? They see that your health is glowing. Okay? They're feeling self-doubt because they see how beautiful you are. Your skin is glowing. Your hair is thick or going back, or it's long. You have, nature, beautiful things are thriving around you. They're realizing that there's a method that works for you. And that their methods don't work. Your methods work. And this is how they're feeling self-doubt. They may be dealing with a parasite and not realize it. They may have a parasitic infection. Maybe they're not telling you about it, or maybe they don't know about it. And this is how it's making them feel yucky. Okay? It's making them feel yucky, health-wise, while they're watching you glow. And this is how they're feeling self-doubt. Okay? We have career. Okay. So your career is making them feel self-doubt. The way you're handling your career. You're very creative. There's something you're doing that not everybody else does. Or you're doing something in a way that others are not doing it. And it's making them feel lackluster. It's making them feel like they're dry. Like they don't have a creative bone in their body. Right? Their thing is to copy. Their thing is to try to sabotage others or copy. Or to try to feed off of other people's energy. Okay? That's how they operate. Okay? They're not truly creative. You are. And this is how you are making them feel self-doubt. We got respect. They see you being respected. They see your career being respected. They see that people respect what it is that you do. So even if they've spoken against it or wished for your endeavors to fail, or the way you go about things to fail, or the way you do your health, your diet, whatever, to fail, okay, they see that the way you do it earns you respect, and it makes them feel self-doubt. They've also felt respect for you. They've also felt like, oh my gosh, viewer, much respect, bravo. Maybe you're aging beautifully, right? You're sustaining your beauty. And they're just kind of like, they have no choice but to just, bend a knee and be like, much respect. Maybe they're not doing it to your face, but they feel it. And it's making them doubt themselves. They're also seeing other people respecting you and how you're doing aging, how you're doing your diet, how you're taking care of your health, how you're handling your career, your creative choices. And it's making them feel self-doubt because they're not on your level, viewer. They're not. And that's what I'm seeing in the cards for you as far as how your hater is feeling self-doubt when it comes to you, my beautiful viewer. Thank you so much for bringing your energy here. I really appreciate your presence, your energy. Thank you for watching. If you've appreciated this, if you enjoy these types of readings and you would like to get more from me like this, and you would like to know how to support my work, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Turn on that notification bell so you won't miss any readings from me. I post Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. I am coming up on a couple of vacations where I may, I'm going to have a couple of weeks here, about 2 weeks where I'm not posting. I'm on vacation, y'all. Please bear with me. I will be back full throttle, okay? But the rest of this week, I'm posting and I'm going to try to make sure I have some content ready to post for those weeks that I'm gone. But I will not be posting all 4 days on my vacation weeks. But I will be back. Don't worry. I'm going to be here year round with you guys for the most part. So if you would like to be a part of this collective and continue to get these powerful readings from me, just subscribe, turn on that notification bell. And if you already have, thank you so much. I truly deeply appreciate you. You have no idea how much I love you and appreciate having you in my life and as part of this channel. Thank you so much for being here. Take very good care of yourself, okay? And I'll catch up with you at the next one. Bye.